Shit Broadcasting. I'm the host of this program, Mr. Sick of Shit. Sick of the shit. Just like you. More and more every day. Some good news, but mostly bad news, unfortunately. Start out with the bad news. Well, May 11th, COVID restrictions at the border will be lifted, which means there will now be, rather than thousands or tens of thousands coming across the border a day, there will be millions, at least weekly, which is not a good thing, because a lot of them are Chinese, and we're not exactly on the best terms with them. For all we know, they could be an invading force. We really don't know. All we really do know is we're being invaded by illegals. Whether well, some of them definitely do intend to do us harm. We know that. I know that because I work in retail. I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and periodically I will see, when I go into the men's room of the establishment that I work for, MS-13 written all over the men's room walls and on the mirror. I'm not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. These people starting to crap with anybody around here, and I got news for them. They'll be the last crap that they start. It will just be their last crap to be started. As if that's not bad enough. June 1st, if you're expecting any kind of a governmental payout, you might just not get it. Debt ceiling is not being raised, which is fine with me, but it would appear that our government is flat busted broke without doing that and borrowing more money from this private international bank that we have in this country. You know which one I'm talking about. And for all we know, that bank may not even have the money to loan. As if our country is capable of even making payments on the principal. They don't. We haven't for decades. All we do is pay the interest and just keep borrowing more money. No wonder the country is so deep in debt. Everybody's in debt. And it's not just here, it's all over the world, because they all keep doing the same thing. Most of them anyway. This appears mostly, from what I have noticed, to be NATO countries who are in the biggest trouble. Not a surprise. What was the countries that I was... There's also a little bit more good news. There have been so far about 12 states that have passed legislation to make gold and silver legal tender for their state, and 20 some odd more in the process of doing the same. We're going to have to, because the only way that anyone is going to survive this is if we look out for our own individual state. Everyone is going to have no choice but to do that. It's just the way it's going to be. Yeah, as far as I can tell, the only people buying gold is the citizens, gold and silver, the citizens who are smart enough to do it, and the banks in this country, except for of course, the exception of that big private international bank. As far as I can tell, they're not doing that. At any rate, what was it? India? Uzbekistan? There was another one in there. Like 3 or 4 countries that have bought like 20 plus tons of gold just in the last quarter. I can't say I blame them. At any rate, that's where we are. That's what could happen. So, well, all I'm going to say is be armed and be ready. Because anything can literally happen at any time, anywhere, at this point. Till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit, signing out.